We're in downtown Delaware, and some of the local citizens here have a wonderful ghost tour that they do. There are several places that appear to be haunted here in town, and we're going to learn about several of them. It sounds like it's going to be an interesting evening here in downtown Delaware. Hi, I'm Jeff.
Hello, Jeff. Welcome to Delaware.
Oh, thank you so much.
Welcome to Briar Hill.
Briar Hill, that's
Yes.
what they call it. It's the
Yes.
highest point in the city, is that what I
Highest
understand?
point in the city.
And we have other things to look at right here on the county site.
We certainly do. We have the jail around the corner.
Well, let's have a look at that jail. I hear it's a
Sure.
pretty good building.
Judge Hemanowski,
Yes.
thank you
Nice
for
to
being
see you.
here today.
My pleasure.
Hi, Jeff Darbee.
Jeff, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. How are you? So here's the jail.
This is the jail. It was built in 1878. This was part of a sort of nationwide update in how we treated prisoners and how we housed prisoners in this country. Now, this cell block was in use from 1878 until 1988, 110 years. Let's come down here to where one of the cells is a little better lit, and you'll get a sense here of what these cells look like. But you'll see here Queensryche and Megadeth and Iron Maiden, the Metallica, Anthrax, the bands that were popular in the late 1980s. I would invite you to go up on the catwalk, take a look at the second floor upstairs as well.
So this has been great seeing the old jail, but this is a ghost tour. So what are some of the stories?
Well, we do know that this now being a law library, people who are in the library itself sometimes hear sounds of people walking. They're not in here. But there's also the story of the lady on the front porch, that she would disappear, and that perhaps the wife of a former sheriff.
But there are a lot of other stories here in
there
Delaware,
are.
aren't there? I mean, this is great, but there are other places to see.
Other places to travel.
Let's do it. Hi, I'm Jeff Darbee.
Hi, I'm Jules Lapp.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you
So
too.
tell me about this whole house.
So the homeowners believe they share this home with, let's say, a spirit of an elderly woman and maybe her maid. They see green and yellow orbs floating about the master bedroom area. Curtains that are drawn in the morning or open when they return in the evening. They hear tapping on the walls and rattling of pictures. Also, things disappear and reappear at other parts of the house. Very interesting. Something that they can't seem to keep track of are scissors in particular. And one day, the owner, exasperative, said, "Please return these scissors." Well, later, those scissors did appear, but not those shiny modern ones. Some small, very petite sewing scissors with ivory handles.
Well, what a great tale. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Enjoy.
Now, there's more in the neighborhood, isn't that right?
Right on up this street,
Up the
Jeff.
street.
How about this house?
That's quite a house.
When it was transferred to another family, the man had passed away, the widow lived for a long time after that. They said she was a tall, gaunt lady who liked to wear dark clothes. And that old tradition of soaping people's windows, she didn't go for that. And they said that she would grab a broom at Halloween and walk around the house on the outside. The other thing about her, they said, was that she was fascinated by black cats and witches, and would have different things about them hanging in the house at different times.
Well, we might as well move on to something new.
I think so.
Okay. So this building is really fascinating.
The Benjamin Powers home. They said that he would be seen over the years reading a newspaper, sitting near the window, and then would disappear.
But there's another house related to Powers,
Yes,
is that
just
correct?
right down the street, just
Oh,
right
well,
here.
Let's go have a
And
look. So Benjamin lived down the street at the other
Yes.
house we looked at. This was another family member?
this is a son.
Oh, his son,
that lived
okay,
here, yes.
okay.
And there was a psychic who came into this house and determined at one point that there were 4 spirits in the home, and that perhaps Benjamin Powers would wander the house, but very benign.
Well, those are great tales, and it's been a wonderful visit to Delaware. We're kind of out of a street, kind of out of houses, but I see a woman over here
Well, yes,
with a lantern.
We have one more story.
Welcome to Monette Garden. Come along. We're approaching the location of the Delaware Female College, built in 1850s. Sadly, the building was torn down in 1978. It is now a memorial garden for Mary Monette, But there's more to this place. There are often spirits that have been seen here. So as early as 1870, the students would see a woman in a long black gown with a high collar appearing and disappearing in the third-story corridor. It happened so often, they created the Paranormal Investigation Group. In the 1960s, after the building was closed and the electricity severed, the same woman was seen back and forth in the windows of the third story, and blue lights would appear in the upper windows. They say that all of the ghosts of Delaware transcend Winter Street and come here to Monette Garden. Perhaps they're having a ghostly garden party where we stand today.
Well, I can see why they would be attracted here. It's a wonderful setting with the trees. It really, where'd she go? You know, I think maybe it's time for us to leave.
I think our tour is over.
I think our tour is done.